Welcome back to Poly Bridge. What is this fire truck doing? It's resting very subtly on planks, and I've got to rescue it from here. Not only that, but I got to get it to the star, then the flag afterwards. What an interesting idea. What if I introduce the fire truck to spring physics? Well, then it just gets stuck elsewhere, but honestly, that might be enough. If it then can tumble forward, I could set up its own road that just dips down, gets to the star, makes it to the flag, saves a lot of money. And that's all they need to do to save the people in need. Now, I mean, this is going to be a tough thing to hold up. It's probably going to move around a bunch, but got some springs. Not some springs, some ropes, some cables, some steel. I hope it works out. And let's see, is this enough? I mean, it holds, but look, it's tilting and hits the road. Even when that back wheel hits, it's clean. Ooh, talk about a sick first solution. I kind of want to shave this a little bit. For starters, do I really need these to be reinforced roads? I do not. Bunch of money saved. Do I need this cable to be cable? Why not rope? Do I need it at all? Yes. Do I need so much steel? Because I really feel as though steel is a plague on society. With the replacement of one road as a reinforced road, that's still a lot of money saved. I'm almost top 10. I want to be top 10. Question, how close am I to actually hitting this with this bridge? It's actually really close. I can't raise the roads by much, but I will anyway. Does that even help? Yeah. I sound like a fire truck. What if these roads are shorter, which also makes the steel shorter? Like that. Fair enough. Surely there's no amount of tweaking that can be done to save it. I believe we have it. Barely eking out 10th place. Love to see it. So let's move on. This one's called Welltimed and has 3 phases, hitting the star and then 2 separate hydraulic phases with no hydraulic controller. So I have exactly 12 roads, which I imagine will be enough for... Actually, what? Both vehicles are the same speed, so somehow I've got to raise the bridge to let the monster truck up and then lower it to not let the big semi head up. I've set up a very rudimentary hydraulic system, and I think I'll actually build a little catching road up top because I got plenty of money. I don't know what to make of this, right? So I'll hit the star, then I'll start pulling, and it breaks because it's a bad bridge. Bad bridge. Sit in the corner and think about what you've done. As I reinforce the roads, I imagine that it probably won't be breaking at the road anymore. I mean, it's not the best angle of pulling. Okay, it's pretty bad. We're gonna not have this system work this way. If I have 2 expanding hydraulics underneath, that should provide reasonable support, or not. I've put a lot of structural integrity into this bridge. It better not buckle now. Okay, it doesn't. It goes a little bit high. Probably a bit excessive, but at least it works. Next step is make the hydraulic shorter, or I could have a steel support for one of them. If the rope snapped, it can become cable. And I'm getting pretty close to budget, but one of these times is just gonna work. On sheer power alone. And there you go. Way to go, truck. And way to go, other truck, you dick. I mean, to be fair, this is really inefficient design. I'm gonna actually have the hydraulics work with the bridge instead of against it. That would involve putting it on the right side. The only issue is that it has to expand much, much further then. And frankly, I'm not quite sure how far it'll let me expand. Maybe if I lower this catching road, there could be some connecting, or at least some lining up at least a little bit. Oh God. Well, it's stuck, but it's not broken. So that's an improvement. I don't like messing with hydraulics, so I'll keep messing with the road until the truck eventually goes up. Let's go. Come on, let's go. You ever tried putting in reverse for a second? Here's a weird idea. Do I even need a catching road at all? I mean, I could just tilt up this last bit of road and no, unfortunately get stuck. Oh, but it is moving forward. You know, it does have wheels above the dock. Those are capable of hitting the flag. This is actually going to work. Yes, yes, please, please, monster truck. Keep moving forward. It's tilting its wheels. It's inching forward slowly but surely. It should eventually hit the flag. That counts. That's a legitimate bridge. If you're not doing transportation like that, you're doing it wrong. I bet this could be shaved. Got rid of a lot of steel. I wouldn't be surprised if this breaks, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. Oh, this was more efficient. That's what happens when you get rid of steel. This hydraulic only contracts 10%, therefore it doesn't need to be that long. I could instead have it here and, well, figure out the right amount to contract it by. I may not get the magic I previously had, though. I may accidentally get a clean and working bridge. Disgusting. I can't believe I've done this. A couple more standard shaves later, getting rid of steel and getting rid of the reinforced road. It looks like we've come full circle, and the bridge is interesting again. Nice. Oh, come on, give me that top 10. It's right there. The budget shave seems to be as simple as just turning the left bridge into an under truss. With rope saves a lot of money. Oh, and wonderful. We are back here again. This is how I want my city to operate. You better get there, you asshole. Otherwise, I'm coming for your family. I'm a great bridge builder. The leaderboard proves it. Top 10 bridge builder ever. This is a $20,000 budget with a car that doesn't have any speed or acceleration, so it's just gonna coast into its goal. So how about I start by seeing where it jumps to so I can catch it? Okay, it actually jumps pretty far out, pretty close to the land. I can employ a 2-road catch, but then it needs to make a jump. Now I want to see how far that jump gets. So for starters, it comes down the ramp, jumps off. It already sucks. How about instead a 3-road catch? Does that? Ooh, that lines up perfectly. And I actually make it the next jump without needing a catching road, but a launching road does have a break. With reinforcing that launching road and tweaking the angle, I imagine I do get a happy landing. Now the question is, can I make that final jump up? I do need some pretty serious height, but I think this tall ramp should get the job done. Looks like I may lose a little speed. Oh, it rotates forward too much. What if I use my 5 roads left for like a really long road? It can't miss this jump. It would have to be a pretty sad car to mess this one up. Now it may tear the bridge apart, which is kind of sad, but fixable. I am close to the edge of my budget, so hopefully one reinforced road gets the job done, and it does. I'm not going to optimize this one, but it was pretty cool. This one's called Crossroads. All I got to do is get these 2 fast cars to crisscross. I mean, how hard could that be? Their speeds are 12 and 10 meters per second, respectively. With this kind of money, I could probably go for some sort of rope structure. And I think this can be fully symmetrical, even with the catching roads. What's the catch? It actually does hold up. Oh, but only one goes at a time, and it's slower than I expected. Oh, how about some more cable support here? That actually works a lot better. It is way too slow for that, though. Okay, what if this doesn't operate off of jumps, but instead operates off of trapdoors? And again, I think it can be copy-pastable. So see this rope? This rope allows this road to be knocked up by the car. Now, will it have the power to do so? It does, actually quite handily. The trapdoor solution works. Now, it doesn't work for the other car. It's a little slower. Oh, and actually, that does cause the bridge to break. If I build up the trusses on this, maybe it'll have the power to withstand. Because, I mean, this car, no problems. How about this car? There we go, a lot better. It's a nice X. Nice leaderboard ranking, too. This one's got a dump truck and a braking bridge. Somehow I gotta stop this from breaking, and I'm not quite sure what it's gonna take. It actually says its weight is 500 polygrams? Well, I guess it doesn't sink that far, so maybe I just need to have a bridge that holds up despite the center of the bridge sinking, which is pretty nuts, but I could do it. I think I would have to tilt this one up pretty far. And what if I just steal it all up? Does it get anywhere close? Well, I mean, it is closer to a normal bridge, but it keeps sinking, so it needs to be even taller. Now, that's a tall bridge, at least for a little bit. Please don't sink forever. Oh, wow, that was bad. Need to be able to catch the dump truck, so this should sometimes do it. Hey, there we go. You know, if it doesn't run into other bridge, there's a little bit of merit. Let me shorten this bridge. I think this continues to need to curl up. Because, I mean, look, it continues to sink, but I just need to have it be high enough to reach the star despite the sinkage. But it sinks a little too much. But you see where it's going? I gotta say, this is really clever level design. Like, this is actually such a unique problem to solve. Barely staying within budget, but it is close. It almost feels like the inverse of a different bridge from earlier, but I do it the star now, but I'm not even close to having the other bridge be in place. And you know what? If I just take this, flip it, And then cut out some unnecessities, like this last road, for instance. And this first road, for instance. It may work. Do I need this road here? Maybe I don't. You know, it would appear that I don't. That makes it easier to line up. It's a shame that breaks now. All right, fine. I'll bolster up the roads a little bit. It'd be nice if they touched. I don't think we're always going to be blessed with that nicety happening. It falls off, and then there's an instant problem. Would it be better if the steel were a spring? Possibly. Yes, the spring may wiggle now, but it may allow... Oh, the transition was perfect. Too bad the star missed. Also, good to be alerted of that problem. The truck does not make it up. All right, I need to tweak the entirety of the bridge then. The whole thing is way further off the rotating parts, but it is like way less steep. So, oh, it's so close. It's so close. Keep tweaking. I've actually even made it slope down at the end and hope that makes it help connect with the dock. Oh, that's perfect. Dude, what a cool level. Man, where was this unique design in the main campaign? Now I've got a hugely expensive bridge. 100,000 for 2 fast cars to get their flags, 1 halfway up a hot air balloon. Correction, all the way up the hot air balloon, halfway up the 3. As much as I want to drive on the hot air balloon, I think I gotta have A2 actually build up some speed with a reasonable jump. And I just want to see how far that gets. Do you even make it up this ramp? You do. You just barely jump over that hot air balloon. Let me see that. Because I'm trying to see... Ooh, I don't know if there's going to be space for A1 to fit in. Well, I feel like, once again, I can just do a trap door. It actually does feel like a trapdoor level. So let me build A1. And I'll rest it on the hot air balloon in case that matters. Does A1 also at least make it to the hot air balloon? Yeah, it does. Awesome. It's a unique problem because A1 has what I want for A2 speed to be. I could try to tilt it up so they don't hit each other, but it seems like they're on a crash course. To crash, of course. You know, there's a note on this bottom hot air balloon. I wonder if it's better for A1 to just go down. After messing around a bit, it looks like I got it to go under cleanly. Now it's just got to make the jump up. And I like actually doing the ropes all the way to further anchor points. It's just good to have it connected at multiple points. Now, it is bad when it breaks, but it is fixable. Okay, awesome. So now I got to figure out, how does it go in? I think the idea is I redo some of this starting section and turn it into a trap door. Just as an idea. I needed a bit of other reinforcements, but that holds. Now the question is, does the trap door work? The trap door works beautifully, except for that one break. Well, I got money. I can make these reinforced roads. And if I can assume that that works, then I got to get back to the important thing, which is getting A2 up. Then I could just use the hot air balloon as a solid ground support, complete with its own truss. Okay, hold on. It's not perfect. Because actually, it would seem the hot air balloon is not a solid support, like, at all. Well, that seems to hold. I guess it could just work. Yeah, it works. Please don't break. Please don't break. Please. Yes! Didn't break, but I think I'd like to do it without it breaking eventually. I think that just means trussing as much of it as possible. Yeah, I mean, I could save money eventually, but on a level like this, I think I just prefer to let it slide. Oh, it still breaks. But any problem could be fixed with more cables. Just keep attaching stuff to the anchor points, and that should work. Awesome. This level's a weird one. I've got a flatbed truck with a pickup truck in the back. It's got to get to the star in the middle, then back to its flag. But something tells me when the flatbed truck is going to start driving, the pickup truck will just immediately fall off. Still, this is a solid bridge skeleton. Yep, there it goes right away. Let me at least make sure the bridge is solid. Yeah, okay, it supports the flatbed easily. I gotta figure out how on earth I'm gonna keep the pickup attached. If I want, I could try a very simple attachment and see if it holds it for long. It doesn't. But if I wedge it in there a bit... Well, it's held in place a little bit too well, because eventually it's gotta let go. What if it connects to the nose of the truck? So it's slipping, 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 and it's gone. No! Why does that fall? I don't know, but maybe I can fix it just by reinforcing roads, and hopefully there won't be any other problem. But yeah, a little slipping mechanism for a time drop. If anything, I guess I would want it to drop after it crosses the halfway point. But I guess that's just a lot of strength right now. Just make a taller arch right here with steel. Therefore, better bridge. There it goes. Still no brakes. And a clean landing. Awesome. What's going to happen with these roads that are just being dragged along? They're just hanging out. All right, made it to its flag. That was also a neat level. Lots of great level design in this one. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. More Polybridge coming soon. Have a wonderful day, and peace.